Power Field at Mile High in Denver. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos taking on Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Power Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to... And off we go from Denver.
For Denver.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense now getting set here and leading them out in what could be his final NFL season. The game's all-time leading passer, that's Drew Brees.
Not exactly the start to the 2019 season that Drew Brees anticipated when he injured his thumb against the Rams in Week 2 and forced him to miss 5 weeks. The Saints did go 5-0 during his absence, and when he came back, they didn't miss a beat. Rallied him to another division title and got him into the playoffs. And late in the season, passed Peyton Manning for the most career touchdown passes.
Brees pass.
The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brees. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. And for Emmanuel Sanders, he played 5.5 seasons with these Denver Broncos, 2014 to 2019. And he went over 1,000 yards 3 times during that span. Brees now on first down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Brees pass.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage. Nope.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The former Missouri Tiger, Drew Lock, will be at quarterback as he leads out the Denver Broncos.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Really good stop there by David Onyemata. Very productive player for the New Orleans Saints. And how about this for a value pick? 4th rounder back in 2016.
For the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Locke to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. David Onyemata in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
The Broncos' new signee for 2020, Sam Martin, former Lion, on to punt. The All-Pro Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Left side here to Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 50-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 42.
The ball carrier. He was brought down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes him hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
First and 10, here's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on second and long. Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
Breeze pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
On third and long, it's Breeze. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 12 carries, 60 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Block now to throw. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They look to throw. It's Locke. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Locke. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Gets past one man. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
On the carry. Brought down by Bryce Callahan.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Breeze's throw going to be caught by Sanders.
Breeze.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
3 at the 45-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
7.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Casey. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
New Orleans.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook.
Hill is passed.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and
3 yards to
and
go.
he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, New Orleans.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10. At their own 20.
Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Number 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Lock. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's the third-year running back, Philip Lindsay. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was brought down.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Results in a 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Murray. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. From the gun, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second.
That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
On the carry.
Alvin Kamara, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
I don't know what the heck he was looking at.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. This is Gordon. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
4-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 44, Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer. Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season. I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there. And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Shotgun snap to Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life. No doubt about it. But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling. And happy. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. If they're going to take it in for another touchdown like they did on their last drive, they're going to have to do it the hard way, starting at the 1.
And boy, is that a difficult position. Obviously, where they are on the field, they have to be careful with the football. But at the same time, they can't be so careful that they can't run their offense as well. Everyone's got to lock in this situation. No mistakes.
On second down, it's Murray, and he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Murray, the ball carrier.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Third down.
Brees going to try and throw on third down. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line.
Two veterans, Brees to Sanders there for a Saints first down.
And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they wanted to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started, and in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
Brees now on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target.
But it'll be second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, New Orleans.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
Locke pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
A run, it's Murray. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw is Breeze. That one complete to Hill.
Breeze pass.
And he'll go down at the 28.
A gain of 7.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Harris has it over the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and...
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
Is Murray the ball carrier.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
24. Broncos nothing.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They got 29 yards that time.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They run it here with Gordon. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Locke.
Locke's pass.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Pushes past him. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The second-year man Locke to the rookie Judy for a Bronco first.
34-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block. And you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Hill, and brought in by the tight end Cook. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world.
7. Broncos, nothing.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll try the draw. Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
He's taken down at the 30.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Lindsay. That's good.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball in the backfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made at the 40.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Alex Anzalone on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the Saints' 45-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Nothing.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Locke. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Marcus Davenport. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. From the gun, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Incomplete.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They go with Murray again. Oh, fancy running by Murray. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Murray. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
The tackle made by A.J. Boye. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
on second down, Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Kamara, the ball.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Breeze. Sanders has it over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Murray, the Saints ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Murray. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Todd Davis.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Breeze pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
2-yard gain on the play. And And it's third down.
Again, it's Kamara. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 33. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
30. Broncos, nothing.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Locke.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke.
Open man Hamler. That's complete.
A.J. Hamler.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Broncos.
Again, it's Locke.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Locke looks to throw it again. And he whips that one incomplete there.
He was looking for the rookie Jerry Judy there.
And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Trey Hendrickson in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Time to ground it out now with Murray. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Murray. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Murray. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for New Orleans, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Denver, they've fallen out of things now as they